Good morning good morning and welcome to the Mike Show. It's Friday, May 8, 2026, 32 degrees at 6:54 a.m. And I'm sitting here with Mackie. He's been out a couple times already. The girls all went off that way somewhere. In fact, I see Gracie underneath the spruce tree. Oh boy, we've been up since 4:38. Decided not to fight it and just got out of bed. And Else went out briefly. I don't know if she went too far. She's back inside underneath the coffee table. Oh boy, what do you think of Max? What do you think? We've done some stretching, some push-ups, started a new workout routine yesterday. Spring workout, I guess we could call it. And making lots of decisions over the course of the last couple days. Oh boy. Had some bizarre dreams and another nightmare. Oh boy. What are you thinking, Max? Huh, Bubby? What are you thinking about? Oh yeah, grandfather's sun is rising. Clear blue sky. I think we're looking for a high of 54. Who's that? There's Ruthie. There's that Ruthie. You gonna be a good girl and stick around today, honey? Are you gonna be a good girl and stick around today? Anyhow, I was talking to Cousin Paul yesterday, and he reminded me of something that, it is true. This time of the year, it does get down, and there are pretty cold, and there are frost warnings at night, but during the day it gets a lot warmer. And this year it's not doing it. I think it was yesterday our high was like 46. I didn't do a whole lot. But anyway, yesterday's thumbnail, where's she gonna sneak off to? Ruthie! Who was yesterday's thumbnail, Max? I think it was Uncle Raz. We were coming back from my brother John's. We were doing some workout at his place. It was after he had moved to Florida. And it started raining and Rascal was all wet. But I used to take Rascal on my jobs when I was working for myself. I would take him like to my cousin's lodge when I was working for her out there, and then out at Brother John's. And we got caught in a rainstorm. And Raz and I were coming home from work that day, driving. And I actually took that shot. I was driving down the highway 55 miles an hour using a digital SLR. Oh, what kind of birdies is he after? She after? Is that a chickadee or is that a junco? I don't know. I just do not know. I better go catch her. And we're back, and they're literally killing me. They're gonna be the death of me, these little girls. You're gonna be the death of me, honey. Anyway. Here comes Uncle Max. There goes Coke. I have no idea where Grace went. And it's amazing why I do this to myself. I don't know. I just love torturing myself, I guess. Anyway, we did a lightweight workout. We did some kettlebell workout. We did some stretching. And that's kind of what we're going to start doing in the morning. And then try to do some biking. I had planned to do some biking yesterday, but the mind wanted to, but the body said no. So I ended up, after doing some domestic chores around here, a lot of vacuuming and sweeping, which is never ending with cats, Where did Coke go? There she is. Ugh. I took some recyclables out to the township hall where the bins are and stopped at the credit union. From there I think I went to Full Bore Firearms. Jeff was closed. Stopped at Meijer, came home and just spent the day hanging out with the cats. I made tuna salad. It was delicious. I think it was the best batch I ever made. But I think I say that about everyone. And, oh, Mackie, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. There's a city chicken up on the wire. Oh, yeah. Mr. Blackbird. Oh, boy. But yeah, we just hung out with the cats all day. We read to them. I fell asleep watching Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Haven't watched a movie or fell asleep watching a movie in a few days. Oh boy. Talked to Cousin Paul like I mentioned. Made some popcorn last night too. It was delicious. Sitting out at on the sun porch and just eating my popcorn and enjoying the dusk and watching it get dark outside. So anyway, we're going to take another little break. Hey, Mackie. Hey, Maxie. Oh, yeah. And we are back. And I decided that I'm going to try and get away from this filthy smartphone and using it. And I'm tired of being tracked and filmed and everything else. Wherever you go, you've got no privacy in this world anymore. As far as bicycling anymore, I didn't have a smartphone until 2017. I needed one for a job I had. I was doing food demos at Meijer. I worked at Meijer, but not for Meijer. And that was when I got a cell phone, smartphone, for the first time. And I gotta tell you, somebody that had, a booze problem and whatnot, these things are more addicting than booze, caffeine, whatever addiction you got out there. These things are more addicting, I think. And I think they're designed that way. And they totally changed society, people's attention spans. I think they've helped contribute to that. Uh-oh, where you going, Mackie? Where you going? And anyway, so I decided I'm not going to track my bicycle miles anymore. I'm tired of being tracked, and I'm not going to worry about how many miles I'm going to go. I'm just going to enjoy the rides from now on. And I took the SIM card out of this one. I found it could still work without it. Turned off location on it. I'm just going to use them around home for whatever. What's Coke doing over there? She's after something. Chloe! Come on home, baby girl. Good girl. What a good girl you are. What a good girl. Come on, Chloe. Come on, honey. Some blackbirds coming to feed. But on tap today, I'm going to go in and make some, got a can of canned salmon, and I'm going to mix that up with some breadcrumbs and pepper and onion and seasonings and make salmon patties with that. Am I getting her in there? I'm not. Oh, there's a city chicken. What's she after? I think I'm going to go to the range again today, too. And I failed to mention the other day, I did clean guns after I went to the range. And something else I've been meaning to mention that I keep forgetting about is I had a taste for pancakes the other day, so I made up a batch of my pancake batter, and I did nothing to change it. I made it exactly like I always do. Some flour, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, an egg, some baking powder, some baking soda. And because I had some of Cousin Paul's homemade maple syrup. And they were the worst pancakes I ever made. I don't know what turned out wrong. I preheated the pan. I did everything I always do. And these things, they were not cooking. They were like, they would not brown up on the outside, and they were half raw on the inside. They ended up, most of them went out the window when the seagulls came and ate them. So anyway, we're gonna take another little break. I gotta go find Coke. Well, we are back, and I'm not the most happy camper right now. I've been walking around this neighborhood probably for 45 minutes, looking for Ruth. The last time I saw her, she was well over a block away. And I know I've walked at least 2 miles looking for her and calling for her, and she ain't coming home, and I'm not planning on seeing her again. I've said it every time since I've ever let these kittens out, these young ones. I'm not going to do it. I don't need the misery. I don't need the stress, and I don't. Not after today. It's done. They're not going out anymore. And I'm not planning on seeing Ruth again. Between people running cats over and ignorant assholes that kill them, I think back to the ones that we've had. Look at, there's Else and there's Maxie, and everybody looks like they know something's up. Like there's a disturbance in the force or something, as it were. Kind of same look Maxie and Sullivan had when we found Mikey dead in the road. But, you know, and assholes out there, like when Gavin disappeared, I found out within a day or two that someone else that lives on the next block that takes care of stray cats said that her neighbor killed a cat in his garage. And I have to believe it was Gavin. When Chloe disappeared, I think, and I want to believe it was a coyote that got her, which was bad enough as it is, but one of the neighbors up the street the other way said, I don't like cats, but I wouldn't hurt them. And I thought, boy, that's a real strange thing to say when somebody asks you if you've seen their cat. And she used to go over to his yard. But anyway, and people will. I mean, like when I was out there walking around this morning, some asshole came flying down this street, probably 35, 40 miles an hour. This is a residential area, not a fucking freeway. But anyway, and I don't need the stress anymore. These young ones aren't going out. I can't deal with it. I've said it every time, like I said, every day I've ever let them out. I'm done doing it, or I'm going to get harnesses. They're not going out anymore. They're not going out anymore. I don't need the grief. So anyway, take a little break. We'll be back to close. We are back, just a little short of breath. Just about done with our workout and our morning chores. The prodigal finally returned home. Ruth, can you look at the camera? I doubt it, because you don't mind for nothing. You mind worse than a cat, don't you? Yeah, you do. You ruined it for everybody. There's Mackie and the princess. Got my mixture of salmon ready to go. There's that Gracie. Finished doing some sweeping. Got to vacuum the living room yet. Emptied the noogie boxes. We washed dishes. Got a couple more to do here, but there's my stuff I'm going to make salmon patties with. And I just looked outside and there was a duck out feeding. Millie Mallard is out there. I don't know where Mo is. Maybe he's watching the eggs. But I'm just about ready to, like I said, finish this workout, have some yogurt, and I got a few errands to run. And I don't know if I'm going to do them by bike or truck. Get out there and go get ready and prepared. I've been getting prepared to go out and be screwed and gouged and taxed and spied on and videoed and all the other wonderful things Big Brother and our fellow man are doing to us. Gotta love them food companies that are just gouging the hell out of us. The pharmaceutical companies that are poisoning us. The politicians that are taxing us to no end and then giving it away to every grifter that comes along. Plus, making sure they're padding their own pockets. And with that, I got one more thing I want to say, and then I'm going to close. There was a letter in the paper yesterday, or an article by someone, I don't know if she's from the state government or if she's someone local here, saying about how much important it is to have property taxes and all that. And, paying for school and public services and all that BS. But, I know it's a necessary evil, but the part like I really loathe and abhor is when your home is paid off and you still have to pay taxes on it. And it doesn't matter how much your home costs. After 3 years, if you haven't paid property taxes, they can steal your home from you. And that, I don't care what you say, that is not right. But that's us humans. That's us human beings. Gotta gouge those that have to give the freeloaders their cut. And who else? So anyway, that's all we have today. I think after errands, I'm definitely going out to the range and doing some plinking.